Epic Dash, and today I'm gonna be reading just kind of I want to do obviously by the time this video is up I will have already released my introduction video kind of explaining a bit about myself and what I'm about to do, but so anyway, this is gonna be my first fanfic reading, but just as kind of a little intro of what type of fanfics I'm going to read. Um, I hope I explained this in my introduction video that I'm going to be doing just about anything and everything. Now there's going to be certain fics I won't touch up on, and that's more like these, mainstream kind of. I don't want to do many fanfics that everyone, including their mother, has already read. I don't want to do that sort of thing. One of those very, too many people have already done this kind of thing. So I hope I touch up on all that when I release the video, because I thought let's go for a little test run first. And from now on, hopefully by the time the two videos get up, I will have gotten my Tumblr fully situated and things are good and good. Um, but so until then, we're going to be reading a fanfic, and the fanfic in question today is, I wanted to start off with Clopfic, just as fair warning for those who are going in this thinking, I'm not going to do anything that, maybe, like, here's the thing, deal with it, we're doing Clopfics and other things. I'm not so shallow that I'm going to read one type of fic. Sorry, people who thought I had standards, which technically I do, but I cross them from time to time, and that's how I know I still have them. But anyway, point staying, I do what I want, motherfuckers. Anyway, with that being said, let's read this fanfic. Now, it's only got one chapter. The chapter in question is entitled, Oh Sister. I don't know where this is going, but I think it will be going somewhere indefinitely. And it has two best princesses, so who can argue? Well, I guess a lot of people can argue, but I'm smart assing myself. Stop me. Eh. Anyway, let's get into this, shall we? Canterlot, Celestia's Chamber. Week 1 after Luna's return. Okay, so kind of a little. I like that. It's already telling us where exactly. It's giving us a scene already. That's good. I like it. It's already starting off good. Oh, and hang on. Who's this by? Um, oh shit. I should probably look that one up real quick. I said the name. It's 1,000 Years, and it is by Vinyl Wubs. So, yeah. Um, and again, I don't know how many people have already read this and who hasn't, but I'm gonna read it anyway just because I need a little something to show. Just kind of, I guess you could call this my demo tape, if you will. Anyway, let's get on. I gave a long sigh, staring down at a pile of papers on my desk. I continued to, oh, first person. I'm guessing this is in Celestia. Yep, this is in Celestia's view point, so, this will be pretty cool. I like the fact that it's in, first person. It would be pretty nice. But so let's get into it. I continued to fill out what work I had been given by the emissaries. A rather droll task, considering all that has happened as of late, but I am a princess. Life is not all meant to be excitement. I knew this very well. There was a knock on there was a knock at the door to my chambers. "Come in," I said. The door opened and Luna walked in, bringing a smile to my face. "Hello, sister." "Hello, sister," Luna said, smile forming on her face. "Hello, Luna. What brings you to my chambers?" I asked. Bear with me, I don't do female voices very well, as of course you know why. But as for anywho, I'm trying my best. I know I'm not all the up and up best. I'll definitely try to at least improve myself. I mean, that's one thing everyone has to do, I think. Like, it's never wrong to improve. Anyway, let's see. She walked over and sat on the edge of my bed. "I just wanted to talk," she said. "Of course, a chat would be a nice distraction," I said, happily putting the paperwork aside. I took a seat next to her, crossing my legs on the bed. "What do you wish to talk about?" She sighed, staring down at the floor. Things, she mumbled. "Oh, good. For a second I assumed you wanted to talk about stuff. But things, thank, thank goodness," I said jokingly. Her smile grew slightly as she giggled. "Yes, things are much simpler than stuff," she said. I noticed her smile fading, her eyes glistening with sadness. I placed a hand on her arm to reassure her, but she cringed immediately. "Sister, what's wrong?" I asked, sounding a tad concerned. Returning to you, this place," she said quietly, tears streaming down her face. "Luna," I said. I'm sorry, but that's kind of a little too short to add in "I said." I don't know if that's just me or something like that. Just, "Luna, I said." It just makes it sound so, it makes it sound like something Christopher Walkens would have done. "Luna, I said." Enough jokes. I don't even know if that's like the correct Christopher Walkens, but whatever. Continuing on. "Coming back the way I did, I tried to destroy everything again. I tried to hurt you again," she sobbed. "Luna, you have nothing to be sorry for," I said calmly. "How can you say that? How can you forgive me? Why does everyone accept me so easily?" I'm not sure that would be quite the case, as Luna Eclipse quite explained otherwise. Kind of. Well, I guess technically it was just because it was Nightmare Night. It's not. I don't know. That episode was kind of confusing, just because of the way it was set up. So, but never mind that. So, why does everyone accept me so easily? She asked. "Things have changed, Luna. The people of this land are more forgiving than you know. And most of them have forgotten what's happened in those times," I said, trying to be as soothing as possible. "I just can't forgive myself," she said. "That's enough," I said firmly. She glanced up at me surprised. "Luna, you are my sister, and I will always love you. What the public chooses to do is their choice. And if they choose to forgive you, then that is that." She wrapped her arms around me and the two of us shared a long and warm embrace. "Thank you, sister," Luna said with that returning smile. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about?" "I have the time," I said, glancing at the un unappetizing paper still lying imminent on my desk. I looked back to her and saw her face grow red. "Uh-oh." "There is one thing," she mumbled. My smile grew slightly. "What is it?" I asked. "It's not something I take pleasure in speaking of. It's a very personal problem." So let me get this. Oh boy, she's going into heat, isn't she? Let me get this straight. You wanted to lay down this heartwarming conversation of how you feel so saddening, and then your sister brightens up your day, and now this. Just this. The two go so well together. It's going where I think it is. Let's read on and find out, shall we? "It's a very personal problem," she said hesitantly. "Come, Luna, you can tell me," I said, placing a hand on her leg. Her blush immediately brightened. You remember, back before I was banished, the good times we spent together?" she asked. "Oh, yes, what about it?" I asked, becoming a little curious. "When we fooled around." She said, her voice cracking slightly. My smile faded and turned to surprise as I felt my own face begin to flush. "Yes," I said. "Yes," I said in a squinter tone. In a quieter tone. Thought that was I can't read right now. It's spring break. Forgive me. Me stupid on spring break. I really," she stammered. "It's not that I haven't thought about it earlier either, dear sister," I said, my heart slightly increasing in pace. "It's been a long time since I felt your skin on mine," she said, still not making eye contact. "Too long," I said. My hand slid up her leg and closer to her hip. She let out a small gasp, my smile returning immediately. "There's something else," she said nervously. "What is it?" I asked. When Nightmare took over, she gave me more than just powers," she said meekly. "What do you mean?" I questioned, my curiosity growing further. She stuttered gently. She stuttered. I gently pulled her into another hug. "Luna, if you don't want to talk about it, then I won't force you to. Just know I am always here for you, and I always will be," I said softly. "Oh, sister, Stop," she stammered nervously. "No, I love you, Luna, and I will always..." I stopped as I felt something... Oh, God. This is... Wow. Okay. Didn't see that one coming at all. Did not see that one coming At all. Whoa! What? What? I was stopped as I felt something prodding my stomach. I looked to see a new appendage attached to her, standing proudly as it throbbed against my abdomen. Oh no! You're really going there. You're really going there, aren't you? Oh, wow. Clap, clap, clap. It's not like here's the thing. This is bringing me a ton of mixed emotions right now. I don't know if I should be disturbed or what, but Vinyl Loves, kudos to you, because wow. Never. Alright, I've read fanfics before, but this, here's the thing. I have never had a fanfic that made me go like, oh, didn't see that coming. No, I usually generally think, I guess I read too many cliche fanfics. The thing is, it's a very cliche idea, but the way it was just brought on, the way it was just implemented was just beautiful. I was pretty sure she was going to heat. I was sadly mistaken. Oh, God. Let's keep reading. That was awesome. I mean, in that way, that was beautifully implemented. Did not see that coming at all. Maybe some of you guys may have, but no, I did not. I was pretty sure this was going to be all lesbo, which I guess kind of? Kind of. Anyway, let's read on, shall we? Oh, I mumbled quietly. I'm sorry, she said quickly. Nightmare gave you this? I asked, taken a bit off guard by the sudden accessory prodding me. Yes, Yes, it hurts. It hurts very bad. I don't know if I can do this. I'm gonna die. I don't know if I can do this. I'm sorry. I should be more mature about this. I am finding this way more funnier than I should. I really am. Oh my god, you're so mature! Well, yes, to be fair, I am. Why, I asked. I can't even do the voices anymore. I haven't so much as I haven't so much as touched it since before my banishment, she said. And you came to me because you wanted to? I started. Yes, she nodded. I can't. I'm trying too hard not to just burst out in pure. I can't help it. Oh my god, if I can ever get over just what happened. What has happened? What is this that is transpiring here? I will never know. I will never know what is transpiring here right now. So let's keep reading and confuse myself even more. I see, I said. I started. I stared at her pulsating member. Come on, maturity here, Epic. Come on. A a precipitous interest rising quickly inside me. I put a finger on its head, sliding it slowly to the base. She gripped the bed sheets tightly, closing her eyes tightly. Sister, she moaned. It's very sensitive, isn't it? I questioned. My own lust had been sparked from the cute moans I could hardly escape her mouth, and she desperately tried to contain it. Yes, she said. I think you've been waiting long enough. Oh boy, I said. I stood up and started to slip my clothes off slowly. She watched intently, her breath quickening. I I forgot how captivating your performances were. Okay then. So let me get this straight. This was some like I don't know where I kind of don't know where they're getting at. Or is she trying to say she used to striptease for Luna quite often? I don't know anymore. So let's get on with it, shall we? 'Cause I don't give a shit anymore. She stammered. Captivating performances. She stammered. Her already titanic. Did you have to use that word to describe it? Titanic? Really? Her titanic member seeming to grow even more as it twitched harder. After I finished, I stared at her. I can't help it. When you take the words Titanic and member and combine them. What? I can't help it. There's just something about trying to describe sex, period. Sometimes it makes me laugh. I don't know why. Like, I don't know if that's just me being immature or what. There's just something about saying Titanic and member in the same sentence. Especially when you're already caught off guard by this entire fanfic. So every little thing is just now just making you go, wait, what? I'm a little confused. Okay. It's going to be difficult with your clothes on, I said with a coy smile on my face. She jumped up and started tearing her clothes off. I instantly noticed the extremely swollen sack hanging between her legs. Her balls were the size of basketballs, swinging heavily with each throb of her thick length. Oh my, you're really pent up, I said in utter shock. I I can't wait anymore. Please, she begged, her whole body shaking with impatience. I could tell she was using every ounce of strength not to pounce on me. Then and there, I walked up to her, kissing her passionately. Her dick slid in between my thighs, tightly being squeezed as I ground it between my legs. She moaned into my mouth, wrapping her arms around me as my breasts pressed into hers. I knelt down, licking the tip teasingly, and mopping up some of the torrents of pre-cum drooling onto the floor. She started panting. I could see her dick twitch more. I put my hands around it and pulled the first bit of it into my mouth. My tongue made circles around it, and my hands started to gently squeeze around with each dip. Okay, sorry. Been staring at this computer screen so much. Sometimes I can't read straight. My hand slid down to her balls, rubbing the massive orbs and shivering as I imagined all she had stored in them. As soon as I gripped them, I could feel them churning, the pent-up need pushing to the surface. I felt her shaft increase in size, her cum building up at the base. I sensed her nearing climax. "I'm coming," she bellowed. I felt the first shot enter my mouth, bloating my cheeks out violently. I pulled back and started to cough. Her countless loads splattered against my face, dripping down my body. I stood up and faced her, smiling widely, as I felt her loads start to hit my pussy, the warmth surrounding my clit as it dripped down to the floor. Her orgasm finally died down as she panted heavily. I moved forward and kissed her again, holding the back of her head gently. I pulled away first, our eyes making contact. A flame ignited in me. I knew only she could feed. I let out a gasp. My eyes widened as I looked down and saw the tip of her penis pressing against the entrance to my pussy. "I'm sorry, dear sister," she moaned. "Luna, way," I said. My eyes rolled back, feeling her push into me. I tried to push her back, but she fell forward, the two of us falling onto the bed. She was on top, staring down at me hungrily as her hips started to move. I moaned loudly as I felt each vein rub against the walls of my pussy. I stared down at her thick shaft pounding into me. My pussy was already spasming as I orgasmed, rippling around her as my body did its best to milk her of all the lust that had been building in her for the countless years she had been alone. "Oh, sister," she grunted, then grabbed my legs and pushed them, my knees resting on either side of my head. Her curiosity was increasing. I could feel her growing inside me. She was breathing heavily. "Luna, Luna, stop," I moaned. My pleads lay on deaf ears as her pace quickened, her thrusts becoming erratic as her tongue rolled out of her mouth. Worry filled me as I saw her balls start to gurgle. I didn't know balls gurgled. That's what it says, gurgle. It says start, as I saw her balls start to gurgle. What? What? Gurgle? What? What? I don't care. And grow even larger. "Luna, please," I said frantically, trying to push her away but losing more strength with each violent thrust. "Oh, sister, here it comes. 1,000 years of unspent seed," Luna moaned loudly. "Sister, not inside," I said. I felt her dick expand to accommodate the oncoming ocean. My eyes... Yes? Son of a bitch. Uh, I just heard someone knocking on my door. Why is everyone trying to disturb me? I really mean it. This is getting annoying as all fuck. Remember, people, if you want to do YouTube, live alone, because people suck. Somebody knocks on my door again. I swear to fucking dear Celestia. Holy God, Jesus Christ. Busy trying to do this for you guys, and people are being dicks! Ugh! Alright. Where the fuck? Alright. My eyes bulged out as I felt the warm liquid flow into me. It felt like I was going to melt, her boiling cum pushing forcefully into my womb, stretching it out with her sheer amount, shoving itself into me. She let out a loud moan as she hilted herself into me, more and more of her love shooting in. I let out a cry as my orgasm hit, tightening around her, locking all her pent-up need inside me. I felt myself stretching as my stomach started to balloon outward. "You feel so good, sister," Luna said under her voice. When I thought it was finally over, she started thrusting again. No more," I moaned. "Oh God, here comes another," she screamed as her dick started to twitch violently. I let out a cry of pleasure as she exploded into me, feeling more warmth course through me and bloating out my stomach to ridiculous proportions. My eyes rolled back, and I lost the will to speak. The pleasure shooting through me was too high for my will to overpower. "Oh, dear sister, our children will be magnificent," she whispered gently, running her hand across my bloating stomach, giggling as it jiggled. "I have so much more to give you." Well, so then, the next day... "Sister, are you mad at me?" Luna asked. "Of course not, Luna. I know the feeling of not being touched for a while. What it can do to you, and I can only imagine what 1,000 years could have done." I smiled. "Oh," Luna said, breathing a sigh of relief. "I'm just glad to see you happy," I laughed. "Being with you is all I ever needed, dear sister," Luna said, returning the same warm smile. But, I questioned. "Do you think we should get some help?" she asked, poking my oversized abdomen. "It's strange. Once it goes in, it doesn't want to come out," I said curiously. "Wait, huh? I guess." "Well, what do we do now?" Luna asked. "The day isn't nearly over, and you're still swollen pretty bad," I said, pointing to her large testicles. I laid back against the pillow and spread my legs. Well, don't make your sister wait." Her face lit up, her smile growing, along with certain other parts. So, that's the end of it. That was, yeah. That was that. Yeah, so, that was Oh Sister by Vinyl Wubs. What did I think of it? Did I like it? Did I not like it? Well, as far as a piece of literature goes, I'm going to like it. I thought it was pretty decent. Again, this was a blind fanfic reading. I had no idea what I was getting myself into. I have no reason why I picked this one. My money is betting on the fact that Luna was in it. Yeah, big Luna person. Luna is best pawn. Sorry for those who would disagree with me, but that's alright. To each his own, god damn it. And, let's be honest, they're all compelling characters. Something about Luna's struggle just always made me like her the best. Don't know why. Maybe is it knowing that feeling of unwantedness and kind of connecting to that? I don't know. Anyway. Author's note, it says here, was written for the only one who cared. So, yeah. Uh, so I guess that's just kind of it. Um, Thanks so much for watching, though. Like, comment, subscribe, and favorite if, you enjoyed this video, and I promise, swear to God, I will try and figure out, I'll try to figure everything out, get, things situated. My fanfic readings won't usually be this long. I will try to cut them up in chapters, but that's hard to do considering this one was just one long chapter. But so with that being said, thank you so much though for watching my very first fanfic reading. If you enjoyed this fanfic reading, like, comment, subscribe, and favorite, because all those things, help my channel get noticed out there. And really, I'd love more people to follow this channel, so, I have more people, just to have more people listen. It really does kind of mean something to me, as far as just, like, people being out, people out there listening, just kind of just listening to my work. I do appreciate it. Um, but otherwise, this is Epic Dash signing off.